Now, one of the other new faces at this year's All-Star Game, Stephen A. Smith, will be none other than the comeback kid. Are you surprised to see this kid playing at this level?
Absolutely not, Max. I'm not apologizing for that. I tried to tell you this a long time ago. The dude is going to be a perennial all-star. He's big time, and you know I saw this coming from day one. This is not a surprise for me. This kid has skill. He's got heart. He's got guts. He's faced adversity. He's conquered it all, and he will be mentioned as a perennial all-star because he will be an all-star for years to come. You can book it.
Well, I'll tell you what else is scary. It's the fact that the trajectory of his career, the way he's developed, that if he continues to develop at this pace, what he can become. I still think, though, that that development includes becoming more of a team player.
Well, listen, what are you trying to imply? That he hasn't been a team player? Because I would respectfully disagree. He's always been a team player. He's always gotten a job done. It just so happens that when it comes to the issue of trust, he trusts no one more than he trusts himself. And there's no crime against that, particularly considering his level of productivity. Give the kid credit. We didn't expect him to be at this point. He's here for a reason.
With the talent he has around him, you honestly think he trusts his teammates to the extent that he should? I mean, that's a lesson even MJ had to learn. And all I'm saying is it would be in his best interest to learn it as soon as possible.
The operative words were to the level he should. I would say yes, he has. Because whether it's MJ or anybody else, any great player usually trusts his teammates, but only to some degree because it's never more than they trust themselves. That's what makes them great. They understand that when it comes to deferring, it's people deferring to them, not the other way around in most situations. That's the comeback kid. This is why he is who he is, because people counted him out. They thought he was finished. They thought he wouldn't have a chance. And here he is doing the kind of things that he's doing, being talked about in the same breath as perennial all-stars and great players in the game. He's earned this, Max Kellerman.
Well, he has.
Don't take it away from him.
I wouldn't. He's earned his all-star berth, but now he will be surrounded by the very best talent in the known universe at basketball, right? So the question is not only can he get the most out of his talents, but on this stage, can he get the most out of the talents of those around him?
In an all-star game. In an all-star game. Is that what we're doing to this kid now? Is that what we're doing?
And with that, let's go to the NBA All-Star Game.
I'm glad you knew better than to have an answer for that.
Welcome to you tonight for the NBA All-Star Game, where the NBA's brightest stars will shine. Hi, everyone. Along with Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen on hand. The All-Stars are ready to go. All right, Jeff, what do you think is going to happen tonight?
Well, I think it's going to be high scoring. I think it's going to be entertaining. I think it's going to be fun for all the fans here and on TV. It is just going to be a celebration of NBA basketball.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report.
Game track.
Defense.
Great effort makes for great highlights. These guys are playing a relentless style of basketball that really suits them. And these are the first half stats from today's game.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. And here's a look at his stat line.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started. Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. When you look at these highlights, you can see how this team was able to earn the victory in this matchup. Great game by this squad. It wasn't a great performance by these guys. And unfortunately, we have video evidence. Viewer discretion advised.
Game track. Defense.
As you can see in the highlights, this team did a great job of staying competitive and putting in the necessary effort to get the win. When you look at the game stats, you definitely get a more complete picture of this matchup.
The All-Star Game MVP.
And now, of course, the stats.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Dalen Rose, signing off.